Tonight at 10, a father killed while walking his dog on the Green Line.
I cry myself to sleep every night.
The second chances he got before his untimely death.
How did it make me feel? To be honest, I started crying at work.
Memphians sending a message of solidarity across the nation tonight after 2 deadly officer-involved shootings. Their efforts and will show you a third night of protests in Charlotte. Theft from a Germantown woman while she was unconscious.
Lowest of low.
The reason those thieves ended up caught on camera. Only on 5, your first look at the Mid-South connections inside the new African American History Museum in D.C.
Breaking news alert. Police are investigating a shooting at Knight Arnold and South Mendenhall at this hour. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
The victim was found at the Alden's Gate condos, but it's still not clear what led up to the shooting. We'll continue to bring you the latest on air and online at WMCActionNews5.com.
New at 10, loved ones of a man killed walking his dog on the Green Line says this father had big plans.
But they were tragically cut short Tuesday when he was hit by a car. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach is live with the way that he recently got a second chance at love. Janice?
Well, Steve Wilson was a retired engineer who repaired x-ray machines and other hospital equipment at Baptist East. His friends say the divorced father of 2 adult children had a new lease on life before his death.
I miss him. I cry myself to sleep every night. It's been hard.
This woman, who did not want to be identified, is the girlfriend of 69-year-old Steve Wilson, who was hit by a car Tuesday while he walked his dog Henson on the Shelby Farms Green Line at Princeton and Waring. He died later at the hospital.
Henson was a dog that I picked up in the pouring rain one day.
That was a year ago, and she says the dog changed Wilson's life. This woman and a friend of Wilson's told me he had health problems and stayed inside his house a lot. When Henson came into his life, he started walking the dog.
Oh, he was just doing so good. He's lost weight, starting to get out, meet new neighbors.
Police say Wilson stepped out in front of this van as he walked Henson on the Green Line. The driver put on her brakes but could not stop in time. Friends say Wilson loved motorcycles, something evident from photos on his Facebook page. Wilson's girlfriend says she actually started dating him in high school. They broke up, and she says he found her a few years ago on Facebook. They rekindled their relationship and had big plans.
He was going to get all of his affairs in order, and we were going to get in the motorhome. I miss the hell out of him.
Now, Steve Wilson's son was too emotional to talk about the loss of his father. Wilson's dog Henson is now with a friend. Live in East Memphis, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
Breaking news alert. Police say a man killed 2 of his co-workers at an East Tennessee plant. It happened in Athens between Chattanooga and Knoxville. But the company, Thomas & Betts, is based here in Memphis. WMC Action News 5's Justin Jaggers is live with their response tonight. Justin?
Well, Kanji, we're in front of the headquarters of Thomas & Betts in southeast Memphis. Tonight, we learned that the parent company is sending counselors to its factory in Athens for those employees who were inside when another employee opened fire. The shooting happened around 4 p.m. Investigators say that a man entered the factory with a semi-automatic handgun. The suspect shot and killed 2 workers before taking his own life. In a statement tonight, Thomas & Betts described the loss as profound and said they are shocked and saddened by this tragedy. They went on to say, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims' families during this difficult time. We will have grief counselors available to all our employees at the facility. ABB is working closely with authorities to cooperate and assist in their investigation. We'll keep working this breaking story overnight. Look for the latest from our alert center starting tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Reporting live in Memphis, Justin Jaggers, WMC Action News 5.
Breaking tonight from Charlotte, the mayor is imposing a curfew at midnight. This is a live look where it's currently just after 11 o'clock Eastern. The curfew comes in on the third night of protests after police shot and killed a black man, Keith Scott, they believed was armed. The curfew will last until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. The mayor expects it to be in place multiple days citywide in Charlotte. Also breaking tonight, the attorney for Keith Scott's family says they have seen the dash cam video of the shooting. The family is now asking for that video to be made public.
It was very painful, you know, not just to see him shot and killed, but to see the reactions on the rest of the family members' face.
Police say the man shot in the head by a fellow civilian during last night's protests has died. No arrests have been made in the case, but the police chief says detectives are determined to find that shooter. Today, manslaughter charges were filed in a second officer-involved shooting in the national spotlight. Tulsa officer Betty Shelby shot and killed 40-year-old Terrence Crutcher on Friday. From helicopter and dash cam video, you can see Crutcher walking away with his arms up. Shelby's attorney says Crutcher was not following commands, and she shot when he reached into the window of his SUV. Tonight, here in Memphis, a group came together sending a strong message of unity in the wake of these national officer-involved shootings. Tonight, WMC Action News 5's Jerry Askin explains the reason this group says diversity is the key to their efforts.
After a controversial past few days in our country, unrest in many cities, lots of protests, all after 2 black men were killed by police officers, we now know one officer in Tulsa has been charged.
How did it make me feel? To be honest, I started crying at work.
Thursday, right here in Memphis, a group of people held signs with powerful meanings, standing in solidarity and sending a strong message.
To firmly take a stance that there are white people who support the Black Lives Matter movement.
The group is called Surge, showing up for racial justice. They say their mission is providing a space for mostly white people to speak out against police violence and the killings of black people.
It's important when something happens across the country to affirm that we care about that here too.
Drivers honked as these protesters stood peacefully on the corner of East Parkway and Poplar Avenue. Everyone was welcome.
Since they are out here, our white sisters and brothers, I want to stand with them.
And despite what's happening all across the country, these protesters told me they're discussing having even more protests to have their voices heard and send a strong message that Black Lives Matter. They say it's time to move past the conversations now and take action.
People's argument is that they're tired of hearing about it. Well, we're tired of experiencing every death.
In Midtown, Jerry Askin, WMC Action News 5.
A Mid-South pastor is charged with rape. In a breaking update since 6, this is our first picture of Bishop Michael Jenkins Sr. Police say Jenkins raped a 15-year-old girl who was dropped off at his house to play basketball with other kids. Police say the victim was a member of the church, and tonight Jenkins is out of jail on bond. New at 10, 20 people have been sentenced following the takedown of a multi-million-dollar cocaine trafficking ring. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the leader, 43-year-old Derek Hester, was sentenced to 12 years behind bars. Investigators say massive amounts of cocaine were being transported from Texas to Memphis.
Tomorrow, a funeral will be held for 7 members of the Jett family, including 6 children. They were killed in the deadliest house fire in Memphis since the 1920s. The funeral will be held at 10 o'clock in the morning at Metropolitan Baptist Church on Walker Avenue. We will stream the funeral live on our website, WMCActionNews5.com.
A Germantown woman taken advantage of when she was most vulnerable. Police say 2 thieves took the woman's cell phone in a matter of seconds at the Walgreens on Wolf River Boulevard and Germantown Road. WMC Action News 5's Justin Jagger spoke with the victim about the chaos leading up to the theft.
Lowest of low.
Those are the words Carrie Crawford Johnson and her husband used to describe this duo that stole her iPhone while she was unconscious.
The minute I hit the ground, this lady next to me just reaches, swoops down and picks up my phone and walked right out the front door.
According to Germantown police, Johnson passed out due to a blood pressure problem. After viewing the store's security tape, the officer noticed that the female suspect took Johnson's phone when she fell on the floor.
I can't imagine someone trying to capitalize on someone's misfortune like that. You know, it's scary.
According to David Johnson, the phone was recovered at a Boost Mobile store the next day. The suspect tried to sell the phone for parts. Thankfully, the Johnsons had an alert put on the phone that would allow anyone to know that the phone was stolen and to contact them as soon as it was turned on.
They've done this before because the phone was turned off immediately. And when it's turned off, you can't track it necessarily. So I had it all set up to when they did activate the phone or tried to turn it on or connect to the internet, it would notify me.
The phone thieves are still on the loose. If you have any information, call Germantown Police at 901-757-2274. Reporting in Germantown, Justin Jaggers, WMC Action News 5.
Tonight, we have new data taking you in depth when it comes to crime on and around Beale Street. There were 0 cases of aggravated assault around the entertainment district, compared with 3 last year from June to August. Robberies, on the other hand, went up from just 1 case in 2015 to 2 cases this year. Just this year, the Beale Street Bucks program was created to prevent downtown crime.
Tomorrow, FedEx is making a big delivery. Team members will be handing out 1,000 backpacks to students at Booker T. Washington High School and La Rose Elementary School, both of them in South Memphis. The event, part of FedEx Cares, the company's global giving platform.
We got a little more heat to get through. Yeah, you thought fall had begun, right? Look at this, 81 at 9 a.m., 91 at noon. We'll be at 93 by 3 in the afternoon, 92 at 5, and 87 at 7. I'm going to tell you more about a hot day, and we'll let you know how long this pattern will last. There is an end in sight. Plus,
a new museum in Washington, D.C. is already setting a record.
It's a great moment for all communities, all backgrounds.
Now, only on 5, we're showing you the Mid-South artifacts inside the new National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. before the doors even open. Blaming Bluebell, the fight over who is responsible for the newest listeria scare.
Tomorrow morning, I'll show you how warm it will be for the St. Jude Walk Run.
Plus, food, friends, and fun. A preview of this weekend's Block Party for Peace in Fraser.
And one final goodbye, the emotional farewell and tribute to the victims of a deadly house fire. Tomorrow morning.
They were on the cell phone, talking on the cell phone, and ran the light and hit us.
Hurt in a car wreck, call us, and we'll take it from there.
They even found money that I didn't even know was out there.
Real people get real results.
5262126, it's easy.
At Papa Murphy's, love means doing the right thing when it comes to feeding your family. That's why they only use chicken raised without antibiotics. Because Papa Murphy's loves families, and they're not chicken to say it. Tonight, home bake a large chicken garlic, made with grilled chicken, tomatoes, green onions, and creamy garlic sauce. And share the love. Just $7 when you order online at papamurphys.com. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd.
This is the precision of professional grade. It's the GMC 2016 model year sell down. Now get nearly $8,600 below MSRP on the select Yukon Denali model in stock.
See your Mid-South GMC dealers. The Mid-South Fair and Rodeo. It's authentic, it's original, it's fun. It's happening at the Lander Center, September 23rd through October 2nd. Come and experience it for yourself. Visit midsouthfair.com for ticket information. The Mid-South Fair and Rodeo. It's closer than you think.
Car wreck? You can bet the first offer from the insurance company is gonna be low. We know how much more you should get, and we win for you, or it's free. Call me and get the power of more.
5262126, it's easy.
Closed captioning is sponsored by First Capital Bank. First in commercial lending. Find us at firstcapitalbanktn.com. Thanks for watching WMC Action News 5 at 10, the #1 10 p.m. newscast in the Mid-South.
Breaking news alert, Memphis police just released these pictures of two men wanted in connection to car burglaries. Police say the men asked the victims to unlock their cars, then ransacked the cars in the Gardens of River Oaks subdivision. If you can help police, call Crime Stoppers 901-528-CASH.
Grocery shopping from your couch is expanding once again. The new Kroger Marketplace in Hernando now offers something called Click List. This is now the 6th Mid-South Kroger location to allow customers to shop online and then pick up their orders all while just sitting in the car. Walmart also offers a similar service. To sign up, visit our website, WMCActionNews5.com. And new details on the Bluebell cookie dough ice cream recall. The finger is now being placed on the ice cream company itself. The company first blamed a third-party company that supplied the cookie dough, but that company, Aspen Hills, says Listeria results only came back positive 2 months after the product was in Bluebell's control. The ice cream was distributed in Tennessee and Mississippi.
More than 100,000 people are new members of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C., and the doors haven't even opened yet. It's the highest membership of any Smithsonian museum in such a short period of time. Only on 5, how the collection is full of Mid-South artifacts. 13 years in the making, the National Museum of African American History and Culture is cradled in the heart of the nation's capital at the National Mall.
The goal of the museum is to make America better.
Displaying nearly 4,000 artifacts in a 5-story building, the Mid-South is featured prominently in all 3 galleries: history, community, and culture.
I am just in awe.
Starting below ground, the museum winds through time, from the Middle Passage to the slave trade, and when the concourse rises above ground, the story of change begins with the civil rights struggle in Memphis. Museum goers learn of the assassination of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel after his demand for better conditions for Memphis sanitation workers.
When we speak of Black Lives Matter, it's important to remember that kind of the original Black Lives Matter movement was the civil rights movement.
This I Am a Man photo by Memphis photographer Ernest Withers shows sanitation workers pleading to be treated human. Withers' niece viewed this image of a young woman with a voter registration card in the Mapping Black Photo Studios exhibit.
I'm particularly in awe because my uncle's artifacts are in here.
The Smithsonian purchased 32 images from the Withers collection, and the money from that purchase allowed the Withers to open the museum on Beale Street in Memphis, with Withers now putting Memphis on the map in Washington, D.C.
It's a great moment for all communities, all backgrounds.
The museum doesn't just show the struggles of the African American community, it highlights the triumphs. From twins beaming at Memphis's WDIA radio station to singer Otis Redding's contract signed in Memphis. In the Mississippi Delta Blues section, you'll find a B.B. King display and a W.C. Handy book. In the African Americans and the Music Industry exhibit, you'll learn Stax Records began as an experiment in integration, with a photo of David Porter and Sam Moore in the studio.
In that fertile ground, and in a ground that's contested, a ground where African Americans were also brutalized, that out of that grew some of the greatest music that humankind has ever known.
Among the religious leaders profiled in the museum, Memphis's own Kojic Bishop, the late G.E. Patterson. Kojic spokesperson Deidre Malone says Patterson's wife Louise donated his cross and collar and says the way the Smithsonian looks back at African American history shows us all what America could be.
Just to be able to come to see about religion, about education, about the struggle during the civil rights movement, about what it was like to be a slave and come into this country, but then to move from slavery into freedom, all of that is encapsulated in this museum.
Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., we take a compelling, closer look at the G.E. Patterson exhibit. You won't want to miss it. Look for a slideshow of this Mid-South in the museum on the web at WMCActionNews5.com.
Let's take a look at where we are right now. If you've stepped outside, it's a little warm out there. As a matter of fact, the temperature in Memphis right now, 83 degrees. Yeah, it is a warm one across the area. Now, fortunately, we're dealing with a mostly clear sky to partly cloudy in the area. Feels like it's 85, 56% humidity, 66 our dew point. Wind is calm, 10-mile visibility. Barometer, it's on the rise at 29.98 inches of mercury. Let's get you to work in the morning. 73 at 6 and 7. And 76 at 8. Should feel pretty good with plenty of sunshine to start your day. 4 o'clock, 93. We've got some more heat coming. 92 at 5 and right around 91 at 6 p.m. with a partly cloudy sky. Here's what we're tracking. It is certainly a warm start to fall. Yeah, it began this morning at 9:21. You wouldn't have known it by the temperature, though, hitting 95 today, missing a record by 1 degree. Hot and humid weekend coming our way, and then we've got cooler weather for next week. I think you're going to like the pattern. The weekend, well, it's up in the air, but at least it'll be dry. 92 Saturday and Sunday. It will be warm and muggy and partly cloudy both days with a light south wind. Now, the trend for temperatures, 90s Friday through the weekend. Then we fall into the 80s. And as the temperatures fall, our rain chances begin to increase. Cold front comes into the area, approaches Monday, bringing a 20% chance, moves in Tuesday, bringing a 30% probability. No rain in the area right now, and temperatures that range from 73 in Covington and Corinth, as well as Oxford, to 76 in Blythehill and Dyersburg, 73 in Forest City. Futurecast indicating a mostly clear sky tonight. We get into 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're looking at low to mid 70s. By 2 in the afternoon, we're back in the low, possibly even mid 90s in some areas. By the evening, that drier air starts to fall back into the 80s, and then another mild night coming our way for tomorrow night. So mild tonight, mostly clear, 72 our low, light northeast wind at about 5, 93 tomorrow. It's going to be a hot day. You get into West Tennessee, we're looking at mid 60s tonight, highs tomorrow, low to mid 90s. Northern Mississippi, low to mid 90s for you as well. Mid 60s in eastern Arkansas on the Boot Heel tonight, right around 92 to 94 for highs. So the above average trend continues Saturday and Sunday. Again, 92 both days. Monday, 20% chance for rain, a high of 88. I do think it's going to feel muggy, humid, but it's Tuesday, 84 the high, 30% chance for rain, a 30% chance again on Wednesday. I realize that's not great, but a little better than what we've had. And those high temperatures, low to mid 80s both days, and we could actually see some cooler air in here. Forecast models still in a bit of disagreement there, but the trend is certainly for cooler weather. We'll be right around 81 on Thursday.
All right, not bad.
All right, this Saturday, turn in guns for gas, no questions asked, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning out at the Incredible Pizza at Hickory Ridge Mall. 3 guns will be allowed per person, with one $50 Kroger or MAPCO gift card allowed per gun. For more details, visit WMCActionNews5.com.
What's your game face like? Next at 10, the way the Vols are giving back to a beloved coach and how you can be part of the celebration from the Mid-South.
First Alert Storm Tracker 5, sponsored by the all-new Sarah Chevrolet Bartlett. A great place to buy a car.
You have a My Doctor, My Lawyer, My Accountant. You should also have a My Furniture store. It's a place you can trust, a place to get good advice. We're serious when we say Bartlett Home Furnishings is the only furniture store you will ever need.
Now that Big Papi's retiring, he's being smarter with his money.
I need to be smart with my money.
So he's become a super savvy shopper. Oh. That's why the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year is a home run. Lock in your rate for 2 years, plus get the X1 voice remote.
There is no crying in baseball.
It's the Big Papi of deals.
I'm not crying. My eyes are just sweating.
Score our best offer of the year on the X1 Triple Play from Comcast for only $89.99 a month and lock in your rate for 2 years. Go online, call, or visit today.
Value City Furniture presents how to manage all that stuff. Step 1, acquire stuff. A little more and...
Where did my bed go?
Next, consider getting rid of the aforementioned stuff.
No.
Thought so. Now go to Value City Furniture and buy a new storage bed. You'll save money and space without having to get rid of any stuff.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
And that's how to buy the perfect piece at Value City Furniture.
Now I can get more stuff.
At the crossroads of culture, technology, and commerce, you'll find the University of Memphis. And on a typical day, we're doing amazing things. Hands-on learning, real-world problem solving, groundbreaking research, boundless expression, all powered by the unbreakable belief that anything is possible. Because an education isn't something you get, it's something you do.
Purchase a Train XV20 or XV18 variable heat and air system installed by Al Britt and get 0% financing for 60 months, or I'll give you up to $2,000 trade-in on your old system. Family owned and operated since 1954, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call today for a free estimate at 881-8120. And remember, it's hard to stop a train, especially with the highest quality guaranteed by Al Britt. There's only one Al Britt.
Shopper 5 is sponsored by Landers Buick GMC in South Haven. If it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much. Shop online 7 days a week at landersmemphis.com.
Injured in a car or truck wreck? I've got to team up with NST. That's definitely the way to go.
Call NST at 683-7000.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive. Go to Dodge.com and check out our powerful lineup.
Get your game face on. The University of Tennessee is teaming up with the Pat Summitt Foundation to fight Alzheimer's disease. Fans can find black eye stickers, just like what Dolly Parton is wearing here. Starting next week at various retailers across Tennessee, $2 from each sale will be donated to the Pat Summitt Foundation. The stickers will also be given to fans at this week's game against Florida.
Now a check of tomorrow's headlines from our partners at La Prensa Latina. The U of M creates Cruces, a project that represents a true commitment to the community. Plus, the Horn Lake Public Library will feature Spanish story time, and there are Hispanic Heritage Month activities at the University of Memphis. Those stories and more on newsstands tomorrow.
And here's a look at the fun coming up next on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Hey guys, Hugh Jackman is my guest tonight. Plus, we have Ken Jeong, music from Shawn Mendes, and Tonight Show hashtags. Do not change the channel. It's good.
Refreshing. Ice cold. Like a cool summer breeze. McDonald's sweet tea. Enjoy the down-home taste. Wherever you are, get a large, refreshing McDonald's sweet tea for just $1. Yes, life is good.
Get up!
With the Tennessee-based company you've trusted for 70 years, you have the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, giving you the freedom to relish right now. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Live fearless.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day. There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days. Every day a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50 every day of the week at Subway.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
All right, come on everybody, it's time to go.
Getting more for your money is simpler than you might think. When you shop at Kroger, you get low prices throughout the store, weekly specials, great value from our quality brands, digital coupons, and even fuel points to help you save at the pump. No spin, just savings.
Take home USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast for $2.99 a pound, and 16-ounce packages of strawberries are 3 for $5. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
My current financial situation, it's okay. It could be better. One of my goals is to learn to save enough to go back to school and get my PhD. Going to Regions Bank is very important for me because I get to sit down face-to-face with people and they will educate me about my financial situation. And I think Regions does a great job of guiding you to where you need to be. I'm ready to take my next step.
Ready to move your life forward? Visit regions.com/nextstep.
Stop dreaming and start saving. For the best rugs at the best price, head to Capel Rugs. Best in design, best in quality, best place for rugs. Capel, the best rugs at the best price.
The 11th Annual Block Party and Picnic for Peace, September the 23rd through the 25th.
All right, the Memphis Grizzlies say free agent acquisition Chandler Parsons will have limited activity when NBA training camp opens Tuesday at FedEx Forum. Currently, he's rehabbing offseason knee surgery, but team doctors say he's on schedule. Rookie forward Deontay Davis is also limited with plantar fasciitis. As far as who's healthy, the big one, Marc Gasol cleared to resume full court activity in camp and in the preseason. He's coming off that surgically repaired navicular bone injury in his right foot, which cost him the last 28 games of last season. Team doctors say the bone is fully healed and he's ready to go. So is point guard Mike Conley. Achilles tendonitis ended his season early last year. Extensive rehab and rest have given doctors reason to believe the Achilles is fully healed. Others good to go with no restrictions include center Brandon Wright. A sprained MCL cost him most of last season. And forward Jarrell Martin is set after undergoing a procedure to relieve soreness in his left foot he broke in training camp before last season started. Yeah, you heard that voice. The Grizz bringing back a familiar voice to the grindhouse. John Paul Stevenson will serve as the interim public address announcer this season. Stevenson spent the last 10 years with the Houston Rockets. Now he replaces Rick Trotter, who was fired after being arrested and charged with filming upskirt videos of women at his church. Hey, there are dynasties, and then there are dynasties, and then there's the Houston High School girls soccer team. The Mustangs are 11-0, ranked 5th nationally by USA Today, and they have not given up a goal all season. They didn't give up any last year either, going unbeaten and winning the state title. Houston at ECS tonight going for the perfect dozen. Ball control at its best. Jillian Hildreth works her artistry for a shot. The keeper just can't keep out of the back of the net. Houston jumps out front 1-0 with more to come. Mustangs will get a free kick from midfield. It's headed out, but Houston keeps the pressure on in a scrum just inside the box. The ball will get free, and Rose Bailey right there to pounce on it and score. Mustangs finally give up a goal, but not before they score a bunch more. Houston remains unbeaten, 12-0. Final score 5-1, and that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
What's better than a value meal with 6 of Crystal's new, juicy, boneless wings tossed in barbecue or buffalo sauce? Getting it for just $3 boneless dollars and 99 boneless cents, only for a limited time.
Shun the ho hum.
It's the Great American Home Store's 12th anniversary sale, where you'll save on the Mid-South's largest selection of motion furniture, like the Hayes reclining sofa by Lazy Boy, now $9.99, or the Corinthian leather Alexander reclining sofa with nail head trim, just $11.99. Seat the entire gang on the Bonanza sectional by Franklin with deep padded backs and arms plus console, now just $21.99, plus 48 months interest-free financing or instant savings up to $1,000. Find the look for a lot less during our 12th anniversary sale at the Great American Home Store.
Have you hit any potholes lately? If your car is out of alignment, you could be wasting gas or wearing out the tread of your tire. And here at Gateway Tire, we have the latest technology and expert technicians. Plus, we'll do a free alignment check to diagnose any pothole collisions you may have had. Right now at any Gateway Tire, buy a set of 4 Toyo tires and get a free alignment.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Today, we're talking about automotive awards. What if I told you there was a car company that received all of these awards?
One company, one award in all these? Chevy.
Chevrolet is the most awarded car company of the last 2 years.
I love it.
So I'm just going to stay in here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Find your tag and get 16% of MSRP cash back on select remaining 2016 vehicles in stock. That's over $3,700 cash back on this Chevy Cruze. See your Mid-South Chevy dealers.
Polaris makes the outdoors fun. Abernathy's makes the fun affordable. Get bigger savings now during the Polaris factory authorized clearance. Shop the world's largest volume Polaris dealer. Hundreds of new Polaris in stock. Ride the 2016 Polaris Sportman 570. Abernathy discounted $45.94. 2016 Polaris Ranger XP Highlifter. Abernathy discounted $14,494. 2016 Polaris Razor 900 XC EPS. Abernathy discounted $13,594. This factory clearance event ends soon. Get to the Ryder Superstore. Abernathy's in Union City, Tennessee.
For a limited time, you can get a $3.99 value meal featuring 6 of Crystal's new, juicy, boneless barbecue or buffalo wings. And right now, text FLOAT to 37793 and get a free float with any purchase.
Shun the ho hum.
All right, Conji Anthony's second report about the Smithsonian Museum and the amazing African American Museum of American Culture. When is that?
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. G.E. Patterson is the focus. It is incredible.
All right, we're going to also go live via online tomorrow on WMC Action News 5 to the Jett family's funeral at 10 a.m.
With the WMC Action News 5 mobile app, you'll be the first to know. From WMCActionNews5.com to text and email alerts for breaking news and weather. It's all right here in the palm of your hand. For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see shelter agent Lauren Haas-Gilchrist. We're your shield. We're your shelter.